Today we're going to make a sweet, simple birthday card that can be used for anyone. For this card, I'm going to be using the Stampin Up Frozen Treat framelit set. And I will also be using Queen and Company Sweet Treat stamp set. I have die cut 3 of each of the cones, 3 of each of the ice cream scoops in rainbow colors. And why I did this is because I want a dimensional look without having to use pop-up dots on my card. And so I will use Gina Connect glue to put this together. The reason I chose this glue is because it allows me some wiggle room as I'm stacking these dies. And I have also decided to do this on my mat that allows me to do distress ink as well as adhesive. It's easily wiped up with a microfiber cloth that I have dedicated just to wiping up glue for my projects. And to give this a little more stability, I have stacked a block on top of it just so that it can have the glue dry properly. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the ice cream scoop, and because I'm moving it around, that glue is moving inside and will adhere better. And I'm not using much glue, just enough to get the items to stick together. And you'll see a little glue come out the side. Well, I just used that same microfiber cloth to dot that glue off. And I will continue to glue all of these ice cream scoops together in the 3 layers before I assemble the card. And this will just allow me, again, to have that dimension. One of the things I have been doing lately is making sure that I'm starting to use everything in my stash. So most of my videos will be on items that I have in my stash, whether they're 10 years old, a year old, and sometimes new products. Because I think it's important to use your products that you have and find new and creative ways to use those products to get different results. My next goal is to add some depth to this ice cream cone, and an easy way to add depth to an image that is raised is to use distressed ink. And I'm going to use this distressed ink tea dye, and this will take the color and be very subtle and add just a little bit of depth to this ice cream cone to make it look more real and have a little bit of variation in color. I will continue to put together the ice cream scoops so you can see that, and then we'll talk about the topper of the ice cream. Next, we need to focus on the tops of the ice cream cones. And I made these last night, but I would like to show you how we make these ice cream toppers that actually look real. Because whenever you go get chocolate dipped ice cream, it has a shiny sheen to it, and you want to have a little bit of sprinkles on top to make it oh so sweet. So how we did this is I cut out it in dark brown cardstock. I am going to take a piece of white paper because this way I can use my glossy accents and my Trinity stamp sprinkles. They're called birthday cake. And this will allow me to make the topper. With my glossy accents, it is going to dry and give me that shimmer and shine. And how I like to apply it is go in an outline method. Before we make our card, we're going to need to have a card base. And I'm using an A2 card that's top folding. If you're interested in how to cut an A2 folding top card, please check out my video linked below. I am using the Sweet Treats stamp set from Queen & Company and my favorite Memento Black ink. I use this on almost all my projects, especially Copic coloring, but we're not doing any Copic coloring today. And I am going to ink that up in my Misty, and then I have this thing that looks like a hockey puck, air hockey puck, that I got off Etsy that I'll link below, that allows me to get a good impression with my stamp set. And I will use my Gina K Design shimmy to clean off my stamp. Next, I'm going to put in my sentiment for the inside greeting, and this is I hope your birthday is sweet. So I'll get that positioned in my Misty, and what I love about the Misty is this: if it does not stamp correctly, we can stamp it again. And I like to ink this up. We'll put it down and get a good impression for it. And then we'll be ready for the inside of our card, and we'll clean off our stamp immediately. Now we are ready to create our card, and I will be gluing this down using my Gina K Connect glue. And I have decided on this card to put my ice cream cone that is rainbow on the side of the card. But at the end of the video, you'll see where I put it in the middle. You could add sequins if you don't like all the white space. I think that's kind of fun, having the white space. I am just laying the glue down at the bottom edge. That's all we really need here to hold this ice cream cone in place. And I am just going to stack it up the opposite way that we think of a rainbow. So I also chose muted colors and not bright colors from the rainbow. I'm also using, again, this block that's designated just to hold things down to keep my ice cream cones in place with a little weight while I continue to build the ice cream. And we will build our ice cream, shift our ice cream around if it shifts, all the way to the top. And when we get to the top, I want my ice cream cone at the top to stay solidly down. So I have placed a bit of glue on the top of the last scoop of ice cream to hold it in place. I'm also going to put just a dab of glue onto the chocolate piece that will complete our ice cream cone. And I will just hold that into place and shift it around. That's the great thing about this Gina Connect glue again, is it doesn't dry quickly, and that allows me to maneuver things the way I want or add more glue if I feel like it's not stable enough. Here I'm dabbing off some of the excess glue that came with that microfiber cloth. It's a great way just to catch that little bit of glue. And here's my card all ready for the recipient. I want to show you what it looks like from the side of the card. Here, what is the side view of the card that shows the depth of the die cuts. Here are two versions of the card, ice cream on the side or ice cream in the middle. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate if you would subscribe. And in the comments, leave below your favorite ice cream. Thanks again for stopping by.